Introduction to Hero Tales from American History. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Marianne. Hero Tales from American History by Henry Cabot Lodge and Theodore Roosevelt. Introduction. Hence it is that the fathers of these men, and ours also, and they themselves likewise, being nurtured in all freedom, and well born, have shown before all men many and glorious deeds in public and private, deeming it their duty to fight for the cause of liberty and the Greeks, even against Greeks, and against barbarians for all the Greeks. Plato, Menexenus. To E.Y.R. To you we owe the suggestion of writing this book. Its purpose, as you know better than anyone else, is to tell in simple fashion the story of some Americans who showed that they knew how to live and how to die, who proved their truth by their endeavor, and who joined to the stern and manly qualities which are essential to the well-being of a masterful race the virtues of gentleness, of patriotism, and of lofty adherence to an ideal. It is a good thing for all Americans, and it is an especially good thing for young Americans, to remember the men who have given their lives in war and peace to the service of their fellow countrymen, and to keep in mind the feats of daring and personal prowess done in time past by some of the many champions of the nation in the various crises of her history. Thrift, industry, obedience to law, and intellectual cultivation are essential qualities in the make-up of any successful people. But no people can be really great unless they possess also the heroic virtues which are as needful in time of peace as in time of war, and as important in civil as in military life. As a civilized people we desire peace, but the only peace worth having is obtained by instant readiness to fight when wronged, not by unwillingness or inability to fight at all. Intelligent foresight in preparation, and known capacity to stand well in battle, are the surest safeguards against war. America will cease to be a great nation whenever her young men cease to possess energy, daring, and endurance, as well as the wish and power to fight the nation's foes. No citizen of a free state should wrong any man. But it is not enough merely to refrain from infringing on the rights of others. He must also be able and willing to stand up for his own rights and those of his country against all comers, and he must be ready at any time to do his full share in resisting either malice domestic or foreign levy. Henry Cabot Lodge, Theodore Roosevelt, Washington, April 19th, 1895. End of introduction.
Section 1 of Hero Tales from American History. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Denise Nordell. Hero Tales from American History by Henry Cabot Lodge and Theodore Roosevelt. Section 1. Washington. The brilliant historian of the English people, John Richard Green, has written of Washington that no nobler figure ever stood in the forefront of a nation's life. In any book which undertakes to tell, no matter how slightly, the story of some of the heroic deeds of American history, that noble figure must always stand in the forefront. But to sketch the life of Washington even in the barest outline is to write the history of the events which made the United States independent and gave birth to the American nation. Even to give a list of what he did, to name his battles and recount his acts as president, would be beyond the limit and the scope of this book. Yet it is always possible to recall the man and to consider what he was and what he meant for us and for mankind. He is worthy the study and the remembrance of all men, and to Americans he is at once a great glory of their past and an inspiration and an assurance of their future. To understand Washington at all, we must first strip off all the myths which have gathered about him. We must cast aside into the dust heaps all the wretched inventions of the cherry tree variety which were fastened
Sample complete. Ready to continue?